Coming up today on This Is True Really News, if you grew up watching movies in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you ended up with an irrational fear.
I have several, so okay.
And we're going to talk about that.
Today?
Oh, yeah. Second story.
I'm borderline giddy.
Well, you're going to really like it because it's one you think of. So,
what I think of?
If you like surprise and flatulence, if you would please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News, we'd be forever in your debt. Please, if you're on YouTube, ring the doorbell or the bell to get notified when we've done something. Leave comments.
We'll tell you if we've done anything good. I'll just tell you we've done something.
Right. So leave comments wherever you find us. We'll get them. Or you can send bigger things to TITR@netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
I don't know where to begin here.
Well, pick one and go.
I'm working on it.
All right. Well,
let's do some Christmassy things since you're going to be gross later anyway.
It's not gross.
It's going to be.
Hang on, let me look here. Nope, neither of them are gross. So you're going to be.
No, I'm not.
Okay, fine.
December 7th, 1941. A date that will live in infamy. No, December 7th of this year.
Okay.
2825. The Washington Post reported a drone flew over the Lee Correctional Institution in Bishopville. That's in South Carolina.
All righty.
It dropped the ingredients. There's a D in there. Of a swishy holiday dinner. I know what swishy means.
Yeah. Holiday dinner?
Hang on. Steak, crab legs, along with a small container of Old Bay seasoning. That's a must.
That sounds good. Yeah.
2 bags of marijuana.
Ooh.
And a pack of Marlboros.
Well, this sounds like a black tie affair.
How does one navigate into swishy holiday dinner with that?
I don't know.
I don't know what swishy means. So the contraband was picked up by law enforcement before it ever reached its intended recipients. You know, the folks inside the South Carolina prison. A spokesperson, Christy Shane, said the prison receives nightly attacks of drones trying to drop drugs into the prison yard. Nope. Guys, you weren't clever. Sorry.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
This was a bit unusual, she said, though, even for us. I'm guessing the inmates who were expecting this package are a little bit crabby now.
And you said it wasn't going to be gross.
It wasn't gross. It was just badly punned.
So if you grew up watching movies in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you were likely...
And I did.
You were likely raised with the nearly rational fear that at any moment you were going to fall into quicksand.
Yes.
Right? Tarzan, Johnny Quest, who else? Just every
Daniel
black
Boone.
and white, every black and white movie we ever saw.
Gunsmoke, come on. Bonanza, they were all there.
For most of us, adulthood revealed that quicksand and falling anvils aren't daily hazards.
Well, I knew the anvil wasn't. It was a cartoon.
But for one unlucky hiker in Utah, the cartoons are real. You want to hear the story?
I think I do, sadly.
An experienced backpacker in Arches National Park managed to find the one spot of actual quicksand in the high desert. He wasn't hunting for the lost ark. He was just traversing a canyon when the ground decided to eat his leg.
Well, there's that.
Stuck to his thigh in near freezing muck. He tried for a while to relieve himself. Well, no, he tried for a while to get out. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. And couldn't. So he activated his emergency satellite beacon.
Okay, that's the plan.
The alert reached rescuer John Marshall, who asked dispatch, did they say quicksand?
My first reaction is, Oh, I ain't going.
The team rolled out with ATVs, ladders, and traction boards. They even launched a drone providing crystal clear 4K video of a ranger tossing the guy a shovel. And the realization that shoveling quicksand is like trying to bail out the Titanic with a teaspoon.
Yeah, well.
They eventually pried him loose using ladders for leverage. The man insisted on hiking out, carrying his own backpack, presumably to retain some shred of dignity. Surprisingly...
Oh, I think that was already lost.
This isn't Marshall's first rodeo, or quicksandio. In 2014, he saved a 78-year-old woman in the exact same canyon after she was stuck for 13 hours. She was only reported missing because she missed her book club meeting. So let that be a lesson. Always join a book club.
Always, because they will look for you.
Marshall notes quicksand isn't actually deadly. Humans are too buoyant to sink. You won't die, but you will bob around about waist deep, feeling extremely foolish until the drone camera arrives to live stream your shame.
Oh, I don't know. By that point, do you care?
No, I just want to get out because apparently it was cold as heck. And both of them, the lady and this guy, needed some time to warm up before they could use their legs again.
Although they tell me most folks say you probably are not going to go past your waist.
Right. That's what they were just saying in the copy.
I don't.
So sit up and pretend you're in a quicksand
So all
tank.
those people that died in quicksand or were buried in quicksand and then come out dramatically at the end, that was all
Hollywood.
Damn you.
They always look like Alan Ladd. Alan Ladd always looked like he had
Alan Ladd was 4'8"
oatmeal all over him every time he came out of the quicksand.
when he came out of it. Yeah, which is the part that I hated the most. It's like,
can't be possible.
I don't mind pouring it out of my shoe, but I don't have to like.
I wonder how they made the oatmeal. Do you suppose they used that crotch?
No, they did not. Not even a chance. Not a chance ever. No.
Yeah, because
no one would ever have done that. Leavenworth, Washington has become a tourist destination. I don't even know if this story's weird. I'm just going to read it because it's right there and you're talking. Where was I now?
Crotch pot.
I hate you. Leavenworth, Washington has become a tourist destination. Why?
Why? Sorry, I didn't know there was a line coming up.
Because of the Bavarian-themed businesses have adopted there, according to NPR. Have we ever used an NPR story before?
I don't rightly know.
Now it's going to just be weird on that.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
One shop is the Leavenworth Nutcracker Museum.
Oof.
No, remember the play? Yeah. Actually, it's a ballet, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Leavenworth Nutcracker Museum. It houses the world's largest nutcracker collection, thanks to 101-year-old Arlene Wagner. Unless you're German, in which space would be Arlene Wagner.
Oh, it's her again.
Yeah. Wagner started the collection in 1976. Hey, that's a good year. It was a bicentennial. We graduated.
Graduated from high school? You bet. They threw us out, never to return again.
All the nuns got together and thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, we didn't have nuns, but there was a lot of applause.
Four of them got together and said he wasn't anything like his dad, was he? No, his dad was a good kid.
I've met his dad. His dad was a good kid.
Yeah. And soon after, she and her husband were going to estate sales and auctions in the U.S.
Okay.
And Europe.
Okay.
To find where, you know how, if you golf, when you go golfing, you will either fall in love with it after the first or second time.
Yep. Yep, that's true.
It will be an entirely
Yeah.
You never really hate it. You just don't
But it is fun.
This is what happened to this poor lady collecting nutcrackers.
Well, I really like her backswing with using that ping nutcracker.
No, she's more of a Callaway girl.
You think so?
Once they'd collected 7,000 of them, Wagner said, it was time to share it with people.
Her husband said, You start making money with those, or I'm starting to fire.
So, see, that's all we had were the lousy little metal ones.
Oh, yeah.
Open. But we always had a big, Mom had this bowl that looked like a 2-foot round acorn.
Yeah.
Not the top, just it had that thing around. Anyway.
Yep.
And it would be the little thing to pick stuff out from the shell that didn't come out.
Yep.
And 2 of the metal nutcrackers, both of which the springs were broken by then, which I thought was no fun. I always wanted, Mom, we need new ones. So then I'd use that till the spring broke. Anyway, once they collected 7,000, they opened the museum. The oldest nutcracker she has is a bronze device that has been dated betwixt 200 and 200 BC and AD.
Wow, that's a 400-year span.
Yeah. Now, she's 101 years old.
How are the springs in that one?
I will come over there with a baby gorilla and smear you with banana.
But she's 100 years old, so she's somewhere. Wait, that doesn't matter because it was almost 2,000 years ago that they did the before and the after of the 200s.
This is why we don't do math. Anyway, she is 101 years old, so she is now training a new nutcracker lady, Michelle McMullen, to take over. I would have suggested our wives, but
yeah,
they're not as young as we used to be either. So,
and they'd enjoy it far too much, frankly.
Generally speaking, that is true.
So imagine you're stranded at a rest stop.
Yeah, I'm stranded at a rest stop.
Your phone is dead.
That's normal.
You can't get an Uber.
I never have.
And you just want to go home.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Most of us would beg for change or just start walking, but Isaiah Walker, a 23-year-old man in Wilcox, Arizona, is a problem solver. A terrible, terrible problem solver. Walker was hanging out at Love's Travel Shop when he spotted a car carrier trailer. But it wasn't hauling, like used Honda Civics. It was loaded with 10 brand spanking new Chevrolet C8 Corvettes.
Hello.
Total value?
A lot?
$1.25 million. And those are the real deal, by the way. They're real supercars. They actually are. They give Ferraris a run for their money.
My grandson, by the way, picked him up from school on the day after all the snow fell.
Yeah.
And I said, this is the time I wish I had, a small SUV 4x4, like your mom's is bigger and grandma's is bigger, but I would like one of the smaller ones with a 4x4. Nope, I want a Lamborghini.
Kid's been watching Top Gear.
Said, son, you do want a Lamborghini, but you do not want it in snow.
You also don't want to have to buy the mechanic that comes with it.
Yes, his name is Phil. He's very good, but he's pricey.
Every time you start the damn thing. Walker struck up a chat with the truck driver, lulled him into a false sense of security, and then, in a move straight out of Grand Theft Auto 5, threw the driver onto
the hooker on the street.
No, he threw the driver onto the pavement, locked the cab doors, and drove off with his own personal dealership.
I see flaws in this plan, but okay.
Police inevitably, name a flaw. Pick a flaw that you see.
Well, he just stole them.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably an inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a big freaking truck hauling these cars. These are all flaws in my mind.
Police inevitably caught up with him because it turns out a semi-truck hauling 10 neon sports cars is somewhat conspicuous.
One for me.
Please, someone ask the obvious question.
Neon?
No.
Why?
That's it. Was he part of an international smuggling ring? Was he planning to start his own racing league? No. Walker told the officers with a straight face that he'd just been released from prison and, quote, needed a ride home.
And he thought nothing would be better than to be in Carolina in the morning driving a huge truck that happened to be towing
So
Sure.
let's just take a peek at the logic here. He needed to move one human body back to Oklahoma.
Yes.
To achieve
The
this,
wind comes whipping up the ring. Up where the wind comes whipping up the plane.
there we are. To achieve this, he stole 10 high-performance vehicles simultaneously.
And at the same time.
That is a car-to-passenger ratio that is simply not sustainable.
No, but if you could.
Wouldn't it be fun?
Oh, boy.
He also decided the best way to
It'd be like
celebrate.
socks, man. New socks are so great, but they're never new socks again.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you had 365 pair of them.
That would be just about enough. He also decided the best way to celebrate getting out of prison was to commit a felony that carries a sentence roughly equivalent to, forever? Good news is, state of Arizona solved his housing problem.
He now had a place to live for a while.
Sure, he didn't make it back to Oklahoma, but he did get a new home. It's a gated community with terrible food, sturdy locks, and some guy who claims he strangled Oakland.
The whole city?
No. Every single person.
Well, at least he's ambitious.
Yeah, well, you know.
Of course, so was his cellmate. He stole a lot of cars all at once.
Tut, tut, tut. Have you seen
Why
our
didn't you-
lovely commode?
Why didn't you just unhook the...
I don't think he had time.
Okay.
He was in the cab of the truck with the driver having a conversation. You got to remember that when he threw the driver out onto the pavement.
I would have then jumped out, grabbed the driver, said, unhook this stuff. No, because you're still grand theft, so...
Yeah, you still got, it's just all for the best that
Son,
he's captured.
you all need to find a different line of work.
Like I said, consultants to the idiots. That we could have $100.
We could be independently painful.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.